Hello everyone. This summer I've had the absolute pleasure of visiting London for a week with my mama. So if you're also planning a family trip or just want to take in the London scenery, please keep watching. Day 1. This is my third time in London, but my mom's first, so I wanted to make sure it was really, really special. Since we landed late morning, we didn't plan anything just in case we were too tired. Plus, we love walking around cities together with no agenda to get our bearings right. We decided to stay at the Hyatt on the Albert Embankment. It's pretty smack dab in the middle of the touristy zone, so if you're looking for more of a fun or hip vibe, I'd suggest Shoreditch. If you're looking for a classic London white townhouse, try looking around Kensington. But what do I know? I'm just a tourist. We decided to walk up the Thames, went through the London Eye area, all the way to Hungerford Bridge and Golden Jubilee Bridges. I heard that there are a lot of pickpocketers around the London Eye, so watch out for that. Once we crossed the bridge, we shot out to Trafalgar Square.
A donut being filled from Santa Nata. First bite. Very custardy, sweet. The egg tart. This one's really good. Reminds me of the ones in Portugal. The perfect amount of sweetness. It's very flaky and crispy.
Then we made our way towards Covent Garden and stopped by Chestnut Bakery on the way. We didn't get any of the sweet baked goods, but we did get some bagels for our breakfast, and they turned out to be pretty good. Then we walked through the theater district and passed by where Tom Holland did Romeo and Juliet. Zendaya, where are you? The Palace of Westminster was originally constructed in the 11th century as a royal palace and was the primary residence of the kings of England until 1512. When a fire destroyed the royal apartments. In 1987, it has become a part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is quite a sight to see. I wanted to stay up and watch the UEFA semi-finals because England was playing, but lights out. England did manage to win 2-1 though. Day 2. That means 2 for you on Culture Swines. Just kidding. Actually, we woke up at 5 a.m. since we conked out at 7 p.m. But today, we are going to an art museum that my mom suggested, and that is the Courthauld Gallery. This gallery is not only stunning on its own, but it has some of the most famous art that you've ever heard of throughout your life. I highly recommend this museum if you're an art lover, and because it really wasn't that crowded at all. Since we traveled in the summer, everywhere we went was so crowded, but not this place. Unfortunately, you do have to pay, unlike museums in England, but it was worth it. Even their gift shop was so cute. I got a cute coin pouch and a Van Gogh magnet as a souvenir. After the museum, we were so hungry that we decided to eat at the art cafe. We got this pastry, and I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the driest thing I've ever tasted, but the coffee was good. We walked into the building square. I guess this whole thing is called Sommerset House actually, and they were setting up for a concert or a festival. It was fun to take a moment and admire the architecture and just seeing how large these buildings really are. In one of the buildings, there was a free fashion exhibit, I believe by Loverboy.
Darth Vader is the
We walked to Regent Street and Piccadilly Square to get to Hamley's toy store. This was on my mom's list as well, but unfortunately the store felt a little bit empty, which was a bummer because we were expecting something a bit more crazy. Then it was time for Dishoom. We actually tried to go to a different location the day before, but the line was so long that we gave up. Once again, we did not make reservations, but we figured it might be worth a try since it was a random time during the day, and we were right. But wow, I get why this place was so popular. We got the fried okra, chicken biryani, and the lamb, and it was so tasty. Now that we were fueled up, we walked towards the Buckingham Palace. Some of these buildings were so massive that you could just pop in, or a side quest to check out an exhibit, or a gallery. I feel like I could imagine people in Victorian times gossiping here. We didn't get tickets to go inside, so we sat at the fountain in front to take it all in. On the way back to the hotel, we stopped to get some boba at Chun How, and it was so refreshing and good. Definitely recommend. We came back to the hotel for some rest, but decided to head back out for a walk in the rain to see the sunset. So beautiful, but I wish I hadn't done this because I think my mom started feeling under the weather after this.
Listen, battleground every day I'm battling. Cages know that I'm rattling. Gotta leave it all behind. Activate, I'm tapping in. Portals waiting to be open. Can't believe it's happening. All beliefs are shattering.
Alright, we're already at day 3. This morning we were headed to the Graffiti Tunnel, which was another place on me mum's list. But this road tunnel is where graffiti is actually legal and promoted in London. The street is about 300 meters long, and it's quite cool and unique. Sometimes you see people creating the art while you're there, which means that what you'll see and experience in the tunnel will be different and special to everyone else's. If you walk through the tunnel, it takes you to a new area, duh. But sometimes they have vendors out here that sell food and other items. From there we went to our afternoon tea at Fortnum and Mason. William Fortnum was a footman in the household of Queen Anne. He convinced his landlord, Hugh Mason, to be his associate, and together they founded the first Fortnum and Mason store in 1707. Founded as a grocery store, Fortnum's reputation was built on supplying high-quality food, and it saw rapid growth throughout the Victorian era. The store looks like what you'd imagine the Wonka store to look like. There are so many yummy goodies and cute packaging that you just want to look through everything. The tea salon is on the top floor of the store. This is such a wonderful experience if you want a fun, cutesy tea party with tiny sandwiches and desserts. They have different options and menus, but they are on the pricier side. But you do get refills on the food and a 10% coupon for the store. Even though the food looks small, you get full quick, especially if you're still jet lagged coming from the States. We got the afternoon tea and the savory afternoon tea with Queen Anne and rooibos tea. I've tried the Countess Grey and Royal Wedding tea before, and I think I actually might prefer those over the ones we got this time. Aside from tea and snacks, they also had kitchen items and other fun things you can buy as gifts or souvenirs. Then it was time for the British Museum. The British Museum is a public museum dedicated to human history, art, and culture. Its permanent collection of 8 million works is the largest in the world. Established in 1753, the British Museum was the first public national museum. They have some notable artifacts, such as the Rosetta Stone, the Easter Island head for some reason, and many other ancient relics from all over the world. Afterwards, we thought about going to Swiss Butter for dinner, but there was a tiny bit of a line, so we stumbled into this restaurant, which we later found out was on Chef's Table Noodles on Netflix. We got the sweet and sour soup and the pork bing noodles. And yes, the noodles were incredible, and I get why she would be on Chef's Table. That wraps up the first 3-ish days of our London trip. Keep your eyes peeled for the second leg of our London trip, as well as our day trips from London like the infamous Seven Sisters, Windsor Castle, Stonehenge, and Bath. I hope you were able to find some places you'd like to visit for your London trip. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye!